You thought that killing Scurrius in leagues was impossible? I'm here to change that. But who's this guy to challenge your beliefs on a temporary game mode? This is Jim Wardens. He's unlocking Gillinor one region at a time by working through Trailblazer Reloaded tasks. He unlocks a new area each time he earns enough points for a league's trophy, from bronze to dragon and beyond. Will he successfully navigate all of old school RuneScape's challenges, or stumble without an arsenal of relics at his disposal? Find out on this episode of Out of My Leagues. In this episode, I want to get at least one solo KC at the new rat boss Scurrius. Last episode, we drew up a rat bashing to-do list and managed to tick a few things off, including 65 fletching, 1,000 lobsters in the bank, and a fairly sizable cash stack. And now I want to finish off that list by getting 43 prayer, 60 combat level, and some gear upgrades to go with it. At the start of this episode, I want to get started with the prayer grind. Now, prayer's a little bit difficult to train on this account, because I don't have access to any player-owned house altars, or access to any prayer boosting spots like the Chaos Altar in the Wildy, or the Ectofuntus in Mauritania, so I'll have to bury every bone that I get for the base prayer XP. So naturally, I wanted to be as efficient as I could during this grind, so I came up with a scoring system to determine what monsters were best to kill. This system takes into account their HP, and the prayer experience that you get from each kill, which I can combine to give an overall score. Now let's take a look at some of the top contenders. Hill Giants look pretty good at first, with 35 hit points and dropping big bones. They seem like a pretty good choice, along with their notable drops of limpet roots, giant keys and all sorts of herbs, but they only have a prayer score of 42, so I kept looking for other options. Baby Blue Dragons were next, with 50 hit points and given 30 prayer XP apiece. They had a prayer score of 60, which is pretty decent, but they don't really have any notable drops, so the search continued. Blue Dragons were the obvious next choice. They have 105 hit points and give 72 prayer XP apiece, which gives them a pretty high prayer score of 68, which is definitely worth considering. They also drop Scaly Blue Dragon Hide, a few alkables along with gear upgrades, and a few herbs as well. A contender for sure. Next, I turn my attention to Lumbridge Swamp and to the Giant Frogs. With 23 hit points, these are one of the lowest hit point creatures that drop big bones, so the ratio is very good with a prayer score of 65. Even though they don't have any other drops, their defense is really low, so they're great for lower level training and range training where I can't really use blue dragons. My last choice, and a bit of a wild card, are Imps, which have a whopping prayer score of 125, so obviously I'll be killing those, right? Have you ever killed imps in bulk? Teleporting, running away, rubbish drops, low spawn rate, no thanks, not for me. So it looks like our two final options are the blue dragons and the giant frogs. Let's get to work. And there it is, 43 prayer on the Out of My Leagues account. That is amazing. We can now protect from melee, which means that we can now protect from mage, ranged, and melee. Huge for the account and huge for fighting Scurrius. Now let's take a look at a few of the things we got up to during that grind. We completed a few tasks, including equipping a yew shortbow, killing an adult chromatic dragon, burying some dragon bones, and hitting 50 combat level. We also got a few random events. A genie event gave us 330 prayer XP. We got some zombie gloves and trousers. And then we got some beekeeper's legs and a beekeeper's hat. We got 2 Captain Arnav back-to-back randoms, which gave us a gold bar each. A curve bone on the collection log. Then during the grind, I wanted to see how viable Soul Wars was, so I went and did a few games of that. Our first victory was a task complete. And we also opened 5 Spoils of War crates. Hey, that's what we're here for. Not bad. That is a lot of pure essence. Oh, yes. Oh, and the best thing we could get from Soul Wars, a little subscription button to just click. Now there's just one thing left on my list to fight Scurrius, and that is the recommended 60 combat level. Now hear me out, the wiki says level 60 combat, but that assumes that you've got some defense levels, and my defense is somewhat lacking. The thing is, both Scurrius and his minion rats have really high attack anyway, so having a bit higher defense level won't make much of a difference. What will really matter is a few levels for max hits with range, and one more prayer level to unlock Eagle Eye, which is going to be my best range prayer for a long time. So after doing some damage calculations, I found that using rune arrows, I could get a max hit of 14 at level 60 ranged, and with one more level in prayer, I can get Eagle Eye unlocked. So I'll only need about 300 more big bones to achieve that. For those 300 big bones, I decided to go back to an old suggestion and kill hill giants. I only need to kill a few, and they've got a few decent drops, including lore and cosmic runes, which are going to be difficult to acquire elsewhere. Let's rapid fire some hill giants. And I just got a quiz random on the account. Let's open it up, see what it is. Oh, genie lamp, not bad. I will take the prayer XP. Ho! And that's the level. Easy peasy. There we go, that's Eagle Eye unlocked. And we're now combat level 55. That is Eagle Eye. That's going to be our best range prayer until we do raids, basically. So yeah, really great. So here's a look at some of the loot that we got during that grind. Feel free to pause the video here, have a little bit of a peruse at some of the stuff we got. The things in the middle were from Soul Wars, so bear in mind that we didn't get 6,000 pure essence from hill giants. All in all, a pretty good haul. So one great thing about those cosmic runes is we actually got the 5 sapphire rings from our fletching grind, which means we can now enchant those and make rings of recoil, which actually I think I'm going to take in Scurrius because they might be useful for the rats, I'm not sure, but at the end of the day, it's extra DPS. And just to show here as well, we did manage to maintain our 1,000 lobsters through that, which is great. I just wanted to have it ready for starting PVM proper, so I'm quite glad we managed to keep those in the process as well. I'm quite nervous. I think this is the final setup. So we've got the blue wizard hat, which gives a little bit of defense. We've got some rune arrows, which give some really good range damage, which I think we'll need. The amulet of accuracy from Imp Catcher. The orange cape that we got right near the start of the series. A yew short bow that took us 45 hours to grind to make. I've got studded armor on. I looked at Dragonhide from various places, but I couldn't find anywhere that I could reliably get any. And the ring of recoil for a bit extra damage, and a full inventory of lobsters. I'm hoping that this is enough. I've not got any prayer potions or anything like that, so I will be prayer flicking, and I hope that 44 is enough. I'm actually so nervous. Let's do it. That's it! I did it! I did it! Oh my goodness. Obviously I didn't get the spine, but that is Scurrius. There's one KC at Scurrius. Oh my goodness. Well, I know it was going to be close, but I'm on 2 prayer points and I've got no food left. Yeah, that was interesting. But we did it. We got 1 Scurrius KC. Now I think I'm going to go in some group worlds, get some KC, and get the spine ready for this yew short bow. But that was, yeah, that is... Oh, I'm super chuffed with that. We've been building up to that for a while, and yeah, it feels really good, man. So, yeah, let's get some KC under the belt. So I'm an idiot. Turns out, as an Iron Man, I can't get any drops when I do group content. I thought it was like a Nex or Raid situation where I could still participate and get some drops or get the spine or whatever. But no, I get nothing if I do it as part of a group, so I think that's going to be my only kill for now. But the positive from that is that I've been keeping a secret for the start of this video. Just before I finished my prayer grind, I went through the tasks that I'd got completed, and as it turns out, purely by chance, I was at 2,490 points. I am 10 points away from unlocking my very first region in Out of My Leagues, and if that's not exciting, I don't know what is. So, let's pick a task to do, get it done, and pick our first region. Ceremoniously, I didn't use any of the blue scaly dragon hide we got from our prayer grind, and to signify the achievement of defeating Scurrius, I'm going to use that as our final task to unlock our very first region. Here we go. That is a task completed, 10 points on the board, and 2,500 in total. For the very first area unlock in this series, I've decided to go with Asgarnia. It may come as no shock to some people, but this area just has way too much potential for me to ignore in the early game. First of all, Asgarnia unlocks Herblore for us, which is such a huge thing for this account, as it's tied to most of the Karamja quests, and the dig site quest, which gets us one step closer to Fossil Island. Not only am I unlocking Asgarnia, but I'm also unlocking areas within my regions as well, which is massive. As a note, I would say that if you're following along with this rule set, I will be very tempted to give myself the Druidic Ritual quest, because so much content is locked behind Herblore in Misthalin. But since I decided against it at the start of the account, I'm sticking to my word, and I'm not unlocking it until I complete the quest for real. Now let's have a look at a few other things Asgarnia has to offer us. Okay, there's a lot of things, so I'm going to try and go fast. First of all, and obviously, I get the Herblore skill. Then there's Port Sarim with its shops and charter ships, Rimington with its house portal and crafting shop, the crafting guild itself which has a tanner inside it, Falador farming patch with the herb and allotment slots, 2 tree patches, one in Tavali, one in Falador, the mining guild which includes Motherlode Mine, the White Knight questline which gets me access to some really good prayer gear, Tavali dungeon with all sorts of monsters in there, Edgeville Monastery, the only place I can get monk robes, the Dorgish and Goblin questline, Berthorpe which homes Martin Thwaite, the Rogue's outfit and a place where I can buy full Graceful, the Warriors Guild which includes all of the defenders from Bronze to Dragon, Pest Control which gives me access to Void Armor and a great rune shop, the Air and Mind altars are here which are both level 1 rune crafting altars, so no pesky tiaras for me, Heroes Quest which will give me access to the Dragon Mace, Giant Mole, the Troll questline is a great one in this area, there's also a pickaxe shop here which can't be overlooked, and finally God Wars Dungeon which I don't see myself doing anytime soon, but it's good to know that I've got it. Okay, so here we are again in the dashboard. You can see now the progress bar is reset all the way back down to 0 because we're at 2,500 points. The next trophy is at 5,000 points, so in another 2,500 points. We're still at 2 regions unlocked, but as you can see here, we've got a little unlock icon ready for us just down there. We've completed 133 tasks now, which is only 8 more than it was before, but in that time we've gained 290 points to get us to 2,500, so quite big point tasks going on there. You can see now we've got a bronze trophy, which is awesome, our first trophy on the account, and we're now up at 681 total level, which is 128 total levels since we last checked in, so all in all, pretty good going. Now, for the big moment, let's go through here, click on the map, and get unlocking an area. So here we are on the map. We're going to unlock our very first real region in Out of My Leagues, which is going to be Asgarnia. So without further ado, let's do it. And there it is, Asgarnia unlocked. Back in the dashboard, you can see we've got 3 regions unlocked now. The dashboard has now been updated with the new map, and we are locked out of any future unlocks until we get another 2,500 points. Let's jump back into the game and do it for real. And here we are on the border between our old regions and our new region. If I take one more step, it will be the furthest from Misthalin I've ever been. Except for that one time, and all the time I spent on Karamja, but you understand the sentiment. Let's take our first steps and officially enter Asgarnia. Ho 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 ho. That feels good. I've got a few things on the list of stuff I want to do, and I still do want to go back to Scurrius. I've not forgotten about him. He is going to be amazing combat training for us. The first thing I want to do is just get loads of quests knocked out. So as we're here in Falador, surrounded by guards, let's get started with some questing. And it's my man Thurgo here. Giving him a red berry pie is a task completed. That is the Knight's Sword completed. And that's Druidic Ritual completed. Black Knight's Fortress. Recruitment drive. Below Ice Mountain, Doric's Quest, Goblin Diplomacy, Witch's House, The Lost Tribe, A Poor Scene of Interest, Witch's Potion, oh, it's heating up now. Don't worry, we've got Cabin Boy Jenkins. Come on, Cabin Boy Jenkins, you got this. Anyway, let's kill a dragon. I'm just going to give it a go and see what happens. It's going to be great. Cinematic. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. No! I was... no! What? Would you believe it if I told you that that is the 4th time that's happened to me across my accounts? On my group iron, I did that with Seren, Vanstrom Klaus, and Galvek. All 3 of them counted, so I'm hoping that this one counts as well. Yeah, I've got to fix the bow again. Do I need the nails? Here we are. Definitely for the first time. For some reason my quest just didn't have any cutscene. Really strange. Elvarg's not here, so I assume all is good. Apparently I have no need to go in there, so let's try. I was supposed to get the head. I'm actually really nervous. What happens if the quest just doesn't work? I need to stop messing around during quests, that's for sure. Here we go, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna talk to Oziak. Hey, it worked! That's Dragon Slayer 1 completed. And that's going to be the last quest that we do for now. 38 strength, 38 defense, and 57 combat, which is awesome. And with those quests done, and a few upgrades under my belt, I think we should do some more rat bashing. So here we are again, outside Scurrius' lair. As you can see, I've had a few upgrades. The Dorgishan crossbow, which also has its special attack to reduce defense. Monk robes, and a holy symbol, so I shouldn't need to worry about any sort of prayer flicking. A coif, which we got from the Champions Guild shop, and an anti-dragon shield for a little extra defense. Here we are, so now it's really good because I can literally just camp protect from melee now, so I don't need to worry about taking that extra bit of damage, but I can literally just lazy flick Eagle Eye and it should be a lot easier. Okay, there we go. That's a kill done. It wasn't much better, to be honest. It was a little bit better. We didn't have to worry as much about prayer, but we were still like lazy flicking. But yeah, Rune Med Helm drop, can't complain. So I think that's going to do us for this episode. Next episode, I think I'm going to start by actually going and killing a bunch of Scurrius. See if we can get a spine, which would just be a massive help for DPS and XP. But before we go, let's take a quick look at the dashboard and see how we've done. And to end the episode off, here we're in the dashboard. As you can see, just doing those quests, we've already made a little chunk of progress towards the next goal. I feel like this one we could actually knock out pretty quickly. Because our total level is now a little bit higher, we have some of the stats to do some of the higher point tasks. It will slow down after the next region unlock, but for now, whilst it's still low, I'm thinking I might be able to rush the next region in the next episode. Focusing on this episode, we've managed to complete 12 tasks since we last looked at the dashboard. 380 points, so yeah, a chunk of points along the way, and 84 more total levels. In the next episode, I really want to start hitting Scurrius hard, and then as I say, we might even be able to rush our next region, which, while Asgarnia is nice and holds lots of quality of life for us, our next region, I think is going to be more of a game changer. If you like this episode, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you've got any questions, comments, or anything else, let me know in the comment section, and I'll do my best to reply to any queries that you have. If you want to see more of this series, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And with that, have a good day, evening, weekend, or rainy Thursday afternoon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!